But as you said, the big question is the having the resources and making sure that the science labs are the science labs, and great science labs, and that that there's good quality teachers, and that that the resources are there. How can you ask someone to how can you ask a student to perform better if the equipment is not there for them to perform better?
So they need the right tools.
Yes,
They
yes,
just need the tools so they can do what they need to do. Not that anyone's shying away from rigor or more requirements, but you're saying that the children need the tools to do it. If you're saying they have to take an additional science or two years of science with a lab, they have to have a laboratory.
exactly,
Better yet, we have to start with a certified science teacher. Is that
exactly.
something? So how does a parent get themselves wrapped around all of this? How do they wrap themselves around all of this? I mean, because by the time you get home from work, your head's already exploded. So how do you wrap around this as a parent, or grandparent, or a community folk?
I think I think that the way that you learn is that you go to the school and you learn and you learn about the requirements as far as if your kid is in high school, is to go to the school and find out about that, and not just find out about it, but research it and spread the word, as far as the to let everyone know. I mean Newark Public School, are trying to reach out, but I think that sometimes we as the community need to reach out to each other too, so that we can all be on the same level. It's like riding a bus. It's like you get in the bus and you want to fill that bus up. Let's fill that bus up and make sure everybody's on the same page and has a seat on that bus, and that we're all learning to move forward.
I agree with you 100% in terms of getting on that bus, and let's all talk about the needs of the children so we can move forward and the kids can win. I'm just saying I'm a little skeptic because of some of the things I have seen that are not indicating that we're moving forward. We might be moving sideways laterally, and sometimes I think we're stepping backwards a step or two. And the real challenge is, how do we get parents to stay engaged so that they live through this process? High school years are very difficult years. I can tell you, after raising three girls, three gregarious girls who were very social butterflies. So how do you wrap yourself around that as a parent or grandparent? High school is very challenging. It could be a very awesome place, or it can be a very depressing place for a child, depending on how they relate. How does a parent get involved there and give their child the independence that they deserve, and as you guide them through life processes?
I think that the get involved with the local PTA, so that you can know what the issues are. And once you learn the issues, then you want to be involved. And then, sometimes you find out that, that your problem is someone else's problem, or your greatness is somebody else's greatness. It's not always a problem. There's always, you can always have different situations. But I think you need to just, start to go back and get involved in the school, or as getting involved in the community.
And maybe perhaps some other strategies might be to, if your children have friends, maybe invite them over for a night. I can laugh about this. A night of the kids. I mean, we used to play checkers. That's been so long ago. Kids don't play checkers anymore. But certainly a game night, maybe a board game night. I'm not talking about this thing. A board game night of maybe Scrabble or something that's fun, engaging, and have pizza or Chinese food, and on a Friday night and have your kids' friends over. And this way you get to know the kids, and you get to know how they feel about things, and you get a sense of what's going on in the school, because kids talk.
Yes.
And sometimes just pretend you're not hearing, but hear, and just don't speak, so that you can learn a lot, and then later on question your own child about whatever it was that went down. But I think it's important that parents stay involved in that respect, especially at the high school years. Do you agree?
I totally agree.
Because the rigor with the budget, I'm just wondering about the budget impact on the increased requirements. I mean, if they're laying off educators in some of the schools, maybe in all of them, especially the core curriculum content educators. And for those parents that don't know, those are the core classes that your child must take in order to graduate, such as English, 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 3 years of science, a science with a lab, 2 years with a laboratory. What is it? 3 years of no, 2 years of world languages,
Right.
and 4 years of phys ed, and 4 years of health. Those and 2 years of U.S. history. These are the classes that they must take to get a diploma. Now they can take other things like law, women in law, and equity issues, and things that are fun, pottery or quilt making, whatever else it is that fancies their attention, culinary arts. But those are the classes that they must pass to earn a diploma. Now, how are you